Hello and welcome to this edition of Tips and Tricks. Now today I'm going to be telling you a really neat trick you can do with a surface lure. And that trick involves dual rigging it. Now this is in fact the Zara Spook, but you can do it with pretty much any topwater lure. Poplar, dime flutter, skitter pop, any hard bait topwater lure. And the trick is to take off the back hook, add about 18 inches of line usually, and have a secondary trailer bait following behind it. Now with this, since it's the mini Zara Spook, I have a little mini jig trailer behind it. And this is sort of the weight bulk ratio that you would want following behind the Zara Spook, because you actually want your trailer bait to run about 6 to 8 inches under the water. And so the bigger this bait, or the bigger your trailer bait, you're going to have to balance the weight and bulk ratio so it doesn't affect the actual action of the lure that's on the surface, and allows the trailer bait to be at least 6 to 8 inches under the water. You don't want this trailer bait to be on the surface right behind it, and you don't want it to be so heavy that it's affecting the action of the original lure. Now, the reason it's such a fun rig, and dual rigging is such a fun thing, is we all know a lot of times when bass roll on something and they don't really commit to it and they miss, the first thing we should do is reel in real fast, pick up a second reel with something like a grub or a curly tail worm, throw it on top and let it just fall down right where that bass just missed your surface lure, and more times than not you will catch that fish. Well, this does it all in one. You're working this along, fish rolls, misses it, you stop, this flutters down, guess what? Suddenly your surface lure will disappear because they grabbed this grub or lure with curly tail that's trailing it, and you still catch that fish. And the second point is, sometimes they will notice surface lure. You might get them to kind of come up and follow a surface lure, but they don't even want to try to hit it in the first place. Well, then too, they will often hit this little secondary bait trailing behind it. And the third point is, and this is the fun one, if they're schooling. Say you have 2 or 3 bass fighting over your surface lure, and you do hook one on your original surface lure. More times than not, by the time you get that bass up to the boat or on the shore, you're going to have another bass hooked to the grub that's sitting there trailing it around while it's fighting. So it's a pretty fun win-win situation. I mean, give it a try. Take your surface lure at usually about 18 inches. Play around with, like I said, the weight of your trailer to make sure that it's somewhere about 6 or 8 inches under the water, and it's fun. You can catch him on just this, you can catch him on just this, or you can catch him on both at the same time. I hope this helps. Till next time.